Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Ford Community and Performing Arts Center for the 2023 Mayor's Arts Awards program. My name is Sean Fletcher. I'm the Director of Parks and Recreation for the city. Thank you. I can't see who's clapping, but I do appreciate it. I just want to thank everybody for being here tonight. This is a very important program for our community. Dearborn Recreation has had a long tradition of providing programs and opportunities that highlight the arts in our community. From youth theater to choirs, a professional gallery that features local, regional, and statewide exhibits, and a state-of-the-art theater. Dearborn has made a very significant impact in the arts. The arts help us make a complete recreation department, and this evening's honorees work with us to further reinforce our commitment to providing the most opportunities for our residents. We are very appreciative of all their efforts. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Elizabeth Murray, the chair of the Dearborn Recreation Commission. Thank you.
Good evening. I am Elizabeth Murray, chair of the Recreation Commission and member of the Cultural Arts Committee. We are proud to host the Mayor's Arts Awards program to acknowledge and honor the rich cultural life of our Dearborn community and reinforce the understanding of a total recreation experience. How very fortunate we are in our city to have such a variety of cultural opportunities, and our beautiful Ford Community and Performing Arts Center, which is the go-to place for much of the activity. On behalf of all who serve on the Recreation Commission, thank you to all who make Dearborn a culturally rich community. Thank you to all those who sing the songs, make the art, take the stage, and provide the opportunities for others to do so. And now, as the saying goes, let's get on with the show. Please welcome Master of Ceremonies this evening's program, Mr. Mike Mosley.
Thank you. Good evening. Welcome. I forget about these lights, right? Because I know there are people out there, I can hear you, but trust me, if you make faces, I can't see you. Okay, all right, as long as we're on the same page. So good evening and welcome to the Dearborn Mayor's Arts Awards. Thank you, Director Fletcher and Chair Murray. Let's hear it for them. It was a wonderful beginning. The arts, ladies and gentlemen, are an all-encompassing medium. They are visual, performing, musical, writing, and dance. All are creative, inspiring, challenging, and rewarding. Why are the arts important? Well, we're gathered here this evening to celebrate that, and several of this evening's awardees were asked to answer that question, and we will hear from them throughout the evening. We've videotaped them, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So the first award that we're going to do, okay. So I just a little bit about myself, not that you need to know that, but this is called riffing. So I'm a member of the Players Guild of Dearborn, so that's Dearborn's community theater. Thank you. It's here for the guild. Yep. I also serve as the Director of Leadership and Talent Development at the Henry Ford, and we're currently hiring for the summer season, so, okay. But it's one of the things that the Players Guild, and this is true for anyone who does live performing arts, is, we call it the joy of live theater, which is sometimes things go a little differently than you had originally planned. So we're going to change up the order a little bit that's in your program, and we're going to start with some entertainment. We are going to, so I would like you to join me in welcoming up our pianist, Jacqueline Sergei Schmidt, who will perform Chopin's Etude Opus 25, number 1 in A flat. Jacqueline. Thank you, Jacqueline, for sharing your beautiful music with us this evening and helping us with the flexibility of our program. So, our first award for the evening that we will present is the Mayor's Award. Candidates come through nominations with additional input from the mayor's office. The mayor makes the final selection, recognizing the awardees' outstanding contributions to the city's cultural landscape. Karen and Eric Sherman, through their work with the Dearborn Youth Symphony, exemplify this ideal and motivation. Here are Karen's comments on why the arts are important.
I think arts is important in so many ways. How it's affected me personally in my own family as I've watched how the arts, how music has affected my children. I can say that it has helped shape them into the people they are today. I've also had the pleasure of watching how the arts has affected hundreds of kids as they've come through the Dearborn Youth Symphony, and I've watched them grow, and I can see their appreciation for the arts contributes to who they are overall as people and as they grow into responsible adults, mature people. So yeah, I think music has had an impact on not just my family, but I've watched it in the Dearborn community, and I've watched it through our youth symphony have a great impact on young people.
Here to present the 2023 Mayor's Award to Karen and Eric Sherman of the Dearborn Youth Symphony is the Honorable Mayor Abdullah Hammoud.
Good evening. Actually, we can't see anybody out there because the light is perfectly shined in our faces. I would like to apologize if I step out early, as I have to choose between helping put my daughter to sleep or spending my evening with you, and fortunately my daughter beats all of you. And so, yeah, I haven't seen her in 2 days, so I do my best. Before I speak to the awardees, I think I just want to take a moment to thank the organizers. A round of applause to Emma Jean and all that she does, not only with this organization, but in just about everything that you touch across the city. We would be lost without you. And honestly, you know, looking at this mural, Building a Better Us, the arts add to a better us across the city of Dearborn. If you speak to the value of art, it's more than just something that you feel when you come across something that's wonderful or beautiful, or able to listen to a wonderful symphony if you come out for a show of sorts. But the arts are actually an economic driver to a municipality such as the city of Dearborn. The arts are the reason why folks want to move to a city like the city of Dearborn. The arts are a reason that can create migration that help a people as diverse as the city of Dearborn get to know one another, build those bridges to formulate a better understandings that we help improve the collective quality of life for all of our residents. And so thanks to all of you for helping add to the very fabric that makes Dearborn such a special place. Now to our honorees, our 2023 honorees. For more than 10 years, the Shermans have been strong and constant guiding forces behind the Dearborn Youth Symphony. It is a fact that they have continued their commitment to the organization when they have no more of their own children involved. They are strong advocates for the organization, which has a 40-year history of providing music experiences and opportunity for hundreds of young musicians from across Southeast Michigan. Prior to serving as DYS president, Karen served as board vice president. She assumed the role of president right before the COVID shutdown, and during that time worked tirelessly to keep the symphony functioning. Eric serves as a mentor to the percussion sections and regularly assists with the equipment setup, arranging music, and providing the support for Karen in her role as president. Their teamwork and belief in the power of music and shaping the lives of young performers is both inspiring and impactful. And it's my pleasure to present the 2023 Mayor's Arts Award to Karen and Eric Sherman.
Thank you. It's a good thing I can't look out there. I'm already nervous. Thank you so much for this distinguished award. Eric and I are both very humbled to be acknowledged this way. If you know my husband, you know that he doesn't like getting attention, especially for doing something that he just really enjoys. Mentoring musicians is his favorite thing to do, especially drummers. We want to thank Mayor Hamoud, the Dearborn Community Fund, and the people who nominated us for this recognition. Also, thank you to our family and friends who are here this evening. Our oldest daughter, Hannah, is the reason we got into DYS. Thank you, Hannah. She's here tonight. We've been a part of the Dearborn Youth Symphony for 12 years and have stayed involved, as it was mentioned, even after our kids left for college. It's really easy to explain why we are still here. First of all, we are so grateful for all the people who make DYS the best youth orchestra in the region. I couldn't do what I do as president without the most amazing board, phenomenal conductors and mentors, and fantastic support of all the staff at the center. Bernie, Debbie, Martin, Eric, all of them here, all of them help us keep DYS going. Beyond all the adults that support DYS, I will tell you the main reason why we are still excited to come to DYS every Monday: our young musicians. After 12 years, we are still in awe at every concert and love seeing the reaction when people experience it for the first time. I still get so excited when we have a new family join and they come all the way from Saline or Birmingham to be a part of DYS. And I mean it when I say that I truly believe we are the best, and I can't wait to see us continue to grow. Like a lot of music ensembles, we took a hit during the shutdown, but after our last concert, one of our board members commented, "I feel like right after the pandemic, we were just trying to survive, but now we are back to thriving." I completely agree, and we are so proud to be part of this amazing organization and a part of the fantastic art community of Dearborn. Thank you again for this honor.
Nope. Thank you.
Sure. Now, before you go, grab your wife. Karen, come back for just a second. You guys are the first that we're going to kind of do this with this evening, all right? So because we also, and this is for all of our awardees this evening, so then we'll ramp up their presentation with a presentation from the Dearborn City Council. And Councilwoman Herrick is here to give something from the council. So here you go.
Thank you. Congratulations, Karen and Eric. Mayor, do you want to come? I just want to, I'm honored to give this to you on behalf of the Dearborn City Council for your long volunteerism here in Dearborn, more than a decade, as the mayor said, leading the Dearborn Youth Symphony. You've been with your two girls in the Dearborn Symphony, and now even though they're no longer in the Dearborn Public Schools, they've gone on to grown-up things. We really appreciate the dedication that you've put into helping the next generation of musicians come along. So on behalf of the Dearborn City Council, thank you so much. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
All right, so we should applaud more. Applause is good. Let's applaud more. That's great. Nicely done. Congratulations, Karen and Eric. Thank you, Mayor. Wonderful. And Councilwoman Herrick, this is great. All right, our next award is the Volunteer Award. It is given to an individual who, through their generous gift of time as a volunteer, contributes to the advancement of arts and cultural opportunities in the community. Let's listen to what the 2023 recipient, William Bill Balkowski, has this to say about why the arts are important.
Why are the arts important? I think they're important because they're just completely fundamental to humanity. I mean, right back to the caveman art and the arts of the ages and school art, and art is design, and art is humanity, and art is important just to get away from mechanical things and things that sometimes can overwhelm us. To me, that's the important to art. That's why the arts are important.
Presenting the 2023 Volunteer Award to Bill Bialkowski is Mr. Phil Walling.
I like the lights. Of course you do. I could see my script, more or less. Thank you everyone for being here this evening. And thank you for giving me the honor of presenting the 2023 Mayor's Art Award for Volunteerism to Bill Bialkowski, my friend for over 30 years. Now, Bill and I are now neighbors at the Morley Manor up the road. And since I cook and he's too skinny, he comes over for dinner about once a week. Now, Bill exemplifies what a retiree should be. I want to repeat that. He exemplifies what a retiree should be. From what I've been able to figure out, he figures out what he wants to volunteer with next. He gives a sufficient commitment. I'll give it a year, I'll give it 6 months. And then he joins that organization or shows an interest. He's been doing that, and he has been at places 3, 4, 5 years and beyond. He's a citizen scientist, patron of the arts, guardian of our collective history, a mentor educator, a guide for travelers both near and far, a citizen forester, appreciator of veterans, and serves on the Morley Area Resident Association Board. He's what I want to be when I get to retire. I am proud to present to you Bill Bialkowski, the 2023 Mayor's Art Award Volunteer of the Year. Oh, by the way, I do have an extensive list of his volunteer things if you'd like to see me later. Bill Bialkowski. Well done, guys.
I'm Bill Bialkowski. You might recognize that I'm wearing the exact same costume I wore for the Volunteer Award, because this is the look of the volunteer. White shirt, black pants, and again, I appreciate this award. Thank you to the mayor for keeping this tradition. Thank you for the Paczewski Gallery and for the director of the community. And the only two things I want to say, and it ties into what Phil said. A lot of people ask me, how do you get so many diverse volunteer things? And my backstory is 33 years at Ford, mostly as an auditor and an accountant. And I said, I'll do anything except that. And things just, Phil mentioned them. I'll plant trees. I'll listen for frogs and toads with the Friends of the Rouge. I'll help people find the buses at the airport. I'll sit at the Freedom Center at the airport. But my point is, thank you to the city, to my parents for moving to Dearborn, for all the educational opportunities here. And to conclude, I will continue to volunteer. It's like a third career. And I recommend volunteering to everybody who's looking for something to do in retirement. But again, thank you.
All right.
Where? Here? There? Where do you want us? Where do you want us?
Over on the other side.
All right.
In the line.
Oh, yeah, you got to get your award from the council.
Right there.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. And now, Councilwoman Herrick.
Thank you. Okay. That was wonderful. What a nice friend. I need friends like that.
All right.
Congratulations, Phil. On behalf of the Dearborn City Council, I thank you for all of your service here in Dearborn and around the region. And I got to know Bill, well, one of the things he does, he mentioned the Paczewski Gallery. So if you have not been in there, now is a great opportunity to see where he spends a lot of his time benefiting our residents. So thank you so much, Bill, on behalf of the City Council.
Thank you.
I want everyone to check out Bill's jacket. It might say the Henry Ford on it. That's outstanding. Congratulations again, Bill, and Mr. Walling, as always, thank you. Well done. The Art Educator Award acknowledges the importance of the arts in a complete learning experience and is given to an individual teacher who has provided students with exemplary opportunities while serving as an inspiration through example. Let's hear what the 2023 recipient, Steve Glazer, has to say about why arts are important.
I believe the arts are important within society as they are an integral way of communication. People sometimes say, well, I don't understand, but when they look at something, I think they actually understand or often perceive much more than they realize. Arts can tell a story. The arts, can make us happy, can influence to be sad, depending on what the artist has in mind and what's going on in the world. And we each bring something of ourselves to it. And consequently, I think the arts are an integral part of our society.
Art teacher and past president of the National Art Education Association, Robert W. Curtis, will present the 2023 Art Educator Award to Henry Ford College art faculty member, Steve Glazer.
It's best if I don't ad-lib. Steve Glazer. Mr. Glazer has taught at Henry Ford College since 2004 as an art faculty member with a focus on ceramics. He's been a staunch advocate for ensuring the integrity of the arts curriculum, providing pathways to opportunities for students to achieve advanced degrees. In addition to his teaching responsibilities, Mr. Glazer has served as department chair and oversees the Sisson Gallery, which features student, faculty, and other educational exhibits. Currently, he is overseeing the renovation of the gallery, making it an up-to-date space that will serve the community well for many years. He's very, very active and has been active with our Pockets of Perception people, and is always trying to find a place when we need a place to exhibit art. Congratulations, Steve. Someplace. Is he here? I can't see. There he is. We're both dressed up.
Yeah, as previous speaker commented about how he was dressed, this is not how people usually see me. Because I run the clay room at Henry Ford College, and so it's like blue jeans, t-shirt on a daily basis, and often covered with clay. I'm surprised, I'm humbled, I'm honored. I can't say enough about Emma Jean and the people that, over here that I've worked with throughout the years. Sasha, who was a student of mine for a while. A few of the HFC people that are here in the audience. I saw Michael Nealon, academic vice president. Vicki Shepard, who I work very closely with in the Fine and Performing Arts Department, Kevin Dewey, who I work very closely with in the Fine and Performing Arts Department, Susan McGraw, whose office is also down the hall from me, who work with a lot, a few students, former students, adjunct faculty. Thank you all.
Wow.
Very ergonomic.
Do you guys want to, let's step in front of the art here. Sasha, why don't you come so that you can get a picture with them, eh?
Okay.
That'll be good. Yes, yeah, that would be good. That would be good.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right.
All right. Good. Yep. Okay. Nice job, Councilwoman.
I'm gonna jump in this one.
There we go. That's a good picture. What's it say? Thank you.
So I'm going to say a couple words about Steve as well. Bob mentioned the Pockets of Perception student design team, and I'm sure a lot of the folks in the room are aware of what that is. But it's a program that we've had through the Dearborn Community Fund for 12 years or so. And I want to just think back to when we did the tiles that you can see. If you have not looked at the mural that's at the John D. Dingle Transit Center, that was one of the Pockets of Perception student design team's projects. And those students have the opportunity to do an apprentice-style project. Now it's during the summer, but at that time it was during the school year. And Steve welcomed the students into his I'm going to say laboratory, that's not right? Studio to fire all the tiles, and his expertise with students who, most of them had no experience in the arts, but they just wanted to be involved in a project like that. And now their work is on permanent exhibit on the wall at the Transit Center. And among the other tiles that are there, John Dingle himself also made a tile that was personally designed by him and fired there. So thank you for not just the students at Henry Ford College. Oh, and also welcoming folks if it's their retirement, as Bill was talking about retiring. Folks that want to try something new in their retirement, we've got students that take classes in their second careers, and Steve's been very encouraging, because I have some friends who've been through there, and they love working in the studio there. And thank you so much for nurturing that in so many people. It's countless lives that you've impacted. So on behalf of the Dearborn City Council, I want to say thank you, and myself personally. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Curtis, Councilwoman Herrick, and congratulations, Mr. Glazer. The Artist Performer Award is presented to a fine arts, literary, or performing artist who consistently makes an impact through his or her art form. Let's listen to this year's recipient, Marwa Hacham, reflect on why the arts are important.
Art is a necessity for everybody because art shows emotions that words cannot describe. And some people may not appreciate it at a moment, but when they experience that heavy, intense emotions that they cannot process, they start searching for something that they can relate to. And art comes in for them, and they can relate to it and say, this is how I feel. And creating art also is important for everybody. And as they say, earth without art is just eh.
That's well done. To present the 2023 Artist Performer Award to Marwa Hacham, please welcome Ms. Sasha Corder, the coordinator of the Pajeski Gallery.
So Marwa has a studio in Dearborn Art Space where she teaches classes for all ages. Her vision is to provide opportunities to all who have an interest in art and encourage them to explore different art forms and mediums. Marwa also offers therapeutic art workshops with the goal of creating awareness and coping skills through creative pursuits. With a bachelor's degree in fine arts from Wayne State University, Marwa is currently pursuing a master's in art therapy and counseling. And if you know Marwa, you know this comes out in her personality. She thrives to make connections between people, between emotions, between pieces of art, or even like small colors within that art. And I'm really proud of all the work that she's done this year for her studio and for her students, creating art shows, youth art shows within Dearborn Art Space. So I'm really proud of you, and I'm really excited for you to receive this award. So I want to introduce Marwa Hashim.
I just want to say thank you, everybody. I did not prepare a speech, so thanks for everybody. Thanks for the organizer. Thanks for the City of Dearborn for the opportunity and for recognizing the hard work that I've been putting. Thank you.
So congratulations, Mara. We really appreciate the contributions you're making to Dearborn and representing Art Space. Because I think we haven't had a whole lot of artists from Art Space be recognized at the Arts Awards before. And I hope you're the first of many. And good luck continuing the work, especially with helping those who don't have a way to express themselves other ways. We appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Ms. Hotcham. And now, for a beautiful musical interlude, we are pleased to present the music of Renaissance Voices under the direction of G. Kevin Dewey and accompanied by Jacqueline Shurgay Schmidt. Thank you to Kevin and the members of the Renaissance Voices for joining us this evening and sharing your beautiful music. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause. The Renaissance Voices have two performances coming up. One on June 2nd at 4 p.m. at the North Congregational Church in Farmington Hills, and one closer to home on June 6th at 7 p.m. at Dearborn's Sacred Heart Catholic Church. The Patron Award is presented to individuals, businesses, or corporations that support excellence and resiliency in the arts by contributing financially and/or through personal involvement. Here to present the 2023 Patron Award to Dearborn Federal Savings Bank is Dearborn Community Fund Board President Joanna Seidel, and representing Dearborn Federal Savings to accept the award this evening is Pam Meeks, Vice President for Human Resources.
This year's Patron Award goes to Dearborn Federal Savings Bank, a Dearborn institution since 1935. They have been a consistent supporter and patron to the city over many years. Programs that they have sponsored, and this is the short list, include Homecoming, Arts on the Avenue, the Historical Museum, the Dearborn Symphony, the Chamber of Commerce, and the Dearborn Education Foundation. We at the Dearborn Community Fund thank them for being a sponsor, not only for tonight's program, but for their generous support over many years. They exemplify a strong community spirit, not only in the arts, but in the larger community. I would now like to introduce Pamela Meeks, and she's the Vice President of Human Resources for Dearborn Federal Savings Bank. Please come up.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. That light is pretty light. I do want to commend the singers. That was just beautiful. Thank you so much for that. We are proud sponsors of a lot of things in the city, and the arts holds a very special theme for us. We support a lot of things, but if it wasn't for Emma Jean, I've been at the bank for over 30 years, and I think I met you probably right from the get-go. She's a tireless contributor to the city, and we just love her. So thank you so much for everything that you do for us. And thank you for this award. Thank you so much.
Come on. This is great. You're good.
Emma Jean wants to stay in the shadows. We would like to have her in at least one of the photos today.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you, Pam, and the Dearborn Federal Savings Bank for all your support for so many community programs over the years. And thank you, Joanna, for presenting this evening. The Arts Organization Award is given to an arts and cultural organization recognized for outstanding contributions to the advancement and support of the community's creative life. Receiving the 2023 Arts Organization Award is the Dearborn Public Schools Art and Music Departments. Presenting the award is Cultural Arts Committee Chair Dr. John Skomak, past president of the Players Guild of Dearborn and last year's recipient of the Mayor's Arts Award as Volunteer of the Year. Accepting the award on behalf of Dearborn Public Schools are art resource teacher Sunshine Durant and music resource teacher Lisa Meyer. We are also privileged to have many members of the school board present with us as well, so that's important. Let's hear it for them as well. Dr. Skomak.
Oh boy, I can see you all perfectly. I don't know what everybody's talking about. I just can't see this darn thing. I'm very pleased to present the Arts Organization Award to the Dearborn Public Schools. The Dearborn Public Schools, in its art, music, and performing arts departments, was selected because of an ongoing commitment to ensure that all students are exposed to the arts and have opportunities to explore, participate, and learn. The Dearborn Public Schools continues to provide opportunities for every child and is committed to taking advantage of all opportunities to showcase the students through programs like the annual citywide student arts exhibit, participation in the Youth Arts Festival, which is a showcase for music and performing students, and generously giving time and talent to community events. It is a pleasure to award the 2023 Arts Organization Award to the Dearborn Public Schools.
All right, I guess we have our group here like the Emmys, right? You know, or the Academies. So we have our board trustee, Roxanne McDonald, Pat D'Ambrosio, Jim Thorpe representing the board, our board president. I'm Superintendent Glenn Maleko. It's so exciting to accept this award. I appreciate the partnership with the mayor, Emma Jean. I've seen her over many years. Thank you so much, Emma Jean. You know, really, we're here for the students. Isn't this a wonderful Dearborn High? Great job. High school students. I'm very excited. Lisa Meyer, who I've worked with many years, congratulations to her. 34 years heading up the music department. She's retiring this year. Big round of applause for the great work she's done. And Sunshine Durant has got great enthusiasm. I'm very excited to have her leading the art department. Just other couple of highlights with the arts. We know that the arts really does connect with students. It connects them with school. When I go around in March and there's all these great performances in the Dearborn schools, at all the high schools, the middle schools, I encourage you to go. One of my favorite things is during the art festival, and I get to select a portrait that will hang in my office all year, the Superintendent Award. This year it was a Dearborn High student, Sophia. And I'm also proud to announce that we have such excitement we created last year a music committee to try to bring more students into the music programs, both at the middle and high school, and Lisa, Dan Taylor, others, and it's been going very well. We have these concerts to promote it, and students are signing up for the programs, and we are partnering with the Symphony, and appreciate and congratulations to all the other recipients. So I'm proud for all of us to accept it on behalf of our gifted students in Dearborn schools. Thank you so much.
Who's taking the award? Here you go. You're
It goes to the big office.
Here you go.
You guys should have Lisa.
Okay. Go get your picture.
I also want to point out that this project that is behind us was a little brainchild of Emma Jean to bring the schools into April's Arts Month. And this was done by Dearborn High School, and it actually represents Fordson, Dearborn, and Etzel, all three. Now STEAM should be in there too, but we'll give them a.
That's great.
Here, hold this in the middle, please.
There we go.
I know.
Wait, one more here. I just came from strategic planning.
1 minute message.
I want to just jump in and say I appreciate the work that the school board does and Superintendent Maleko in making difficult decisions when you have limited funds to be able to put on programs and maintain your buildings and pay your staff, and that they have made it a priority to keep the arts funding available to give these opportunities to students, because it has been a challenge over the years, and I know that my own family benefited from those programs. I did as a child in the Dearborn Public Schools, and I've gone to bat a couple times over the years to remind the board, not the current board, but previous boards, how important arts programming is to give students a well-rounded foundation to wherever they're going to go in life. Because there's not one set path, and the arts often helps them figure out what it's going to be for them. So thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations to all of you. It was great having all these members of the board here. Let's hear it for them. This is tremendous. And Ms. Durant and Ms. Myers, everyone involved in art and music in Dearborn Public Schools. I have to say, on a personal note, as a person who for the last 20 years has hired and employed lots of young people from the Dearborn Public Schools. They populate the Henry Ford, and it's great, but you guys do a fabulous job. Right? Let's just stop and remember teachers, right? And the amazing work they do and the impact they have on our world, that is a forever impact. Let's hear it again. All right, and thank you, Dr. Skomek, well done. All right, there is one more award to be presented this evening, and that is the Special Recognition Award. It is not given every year, but reserved for those individuals that warrant such attention. These are individuals who have given tirelessly, generously, and shared with a passion their creativity. We have asked the "Why are the arts important?" question to the majority of tonight's recipients. Now, here is the response from this year's Special Recognition recipient.
Let's include arts in the concept of humanities. They are the things that separate us from the wildlife, the flora and the fauna. The arts are what make humans human. The arts are our reason for being. If we're going to be on this planet to make this planet a better planet, then I'm sorry, it's not because of the skyscrapers we build and the medical advances we make. It's because we're human beings doing things that only humans can do. All the other things that we do are to help support that. And we don't exist because of the other things we do. We exist because we are humans and we make art. And that's a broad definition of art. I just mentioned something about skyscrapers. Well, certainly an architect is as much an artist as a musician or an actor is. So these are the things that make life worth living. And therefore, they should be instilled, ingrained, appreciated, brought to all the children of the world so that as they grow up, they can continue being that way through their lives.
Presenting the award to this year's Special Recognition recipient G. Kevin Dewey is Emma Jean Woodyard, Dearborn Community Fund Director, and Bernice Herm from the Ford Community and Performing Arts Center staff.
You're sneaky.
Hi, Kevin. Well, G. Kevin Dewey lives in a world of music, and that's been his life, all of his life. I think I first met Kevin when he was about this big.
And this big.
And I've watched him grow, and I've watched the joy that he has when he is performing, directing, teaching others, bringing music into the world. I know that he formed groups over the years, like Rise Up and Sing. I think you had a group called Firehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that goes way back.
Firehouse and then Brass Tacks.
Brass Tacks,
Yes,
that's right.
yes.
He worked with us on Summer Music Festival. He has a strong background in classical, jazz, and all types of music. He's been at Henry Ford College since, I have the date down here, 1995. And during his tenure there, he has built strong programs, including those like Renaissance Voices that you've heard here tonight. Thank you so much, Renaissance Voices, for being here. Vanguard Voices, Blue Fusion, Midnight Blue, I could go on and on and on. Anytime we asked Kevin to work with us when it involved music, he was always there. Youth Arts Festival, Lisa Meyer from the school, she can attest to that as well. It was an idea that we had. We put it together, and Kevin was always there, a big part of it.
Well, the meetings were at Miller's.
Yeah,
so.
there you go. So Kevin's getting ready to retire, but we know music, he will not retire from music. And I want to have Bernie Herm say a few words because she knows him in a different light than I do. So I'll turn it over to her.
Oh, it's all about light tonight, isn't it?
Okay, we have here a highly educated, talented composer, singer, instrumentalist, a director of award-winning choral ensembles. But this is not some stuffy music professor. This is Kevin. His unconditional enthusiasm for music has been and continues to be a positive influence on area musicians. Now, I've never been in one of his choruses, but I handle his music, so I kind of see what goes on behind the scenes, and there's a lot of hilarity. Despite the high standards, rehearsals are punctuated with laughter, and I'm sure any one of these singers here could have their own little speech here they could give about what Kevin has done for them and how much fun it is. Well, maybe we shouldn't. Okay, no, I'm not saying we're going to do that. I'm just saying that because he's reached so many people, they've all got their stories to tell. They're Kevin's stories, and they've all got their stories as to why they're motivated to stay with him and singing songs in foreign languages and interesting stuff like that. He teaches on many levels. A few years ago, the conductor of the Dearborn Youth Symphony was very exasperated with his brass section, and he said, my grandmother could play better than that. I thought, Well, a few weeks later, a nice little old lady with gray hair, and a red dress and a bonnet showed up with a trumpet case, and she conducted sectionals with the brass section for that rehearsal. Granny plays the mean trumpet, too. Kevin works with students, professional colleagues, and amateurs who like to sing, some of whom can sing and some actually can't. But he makes it interesting. He makes them love being there. His positive energy brings out the best in all of them. For his continuing artistic influence, it is an honor to present this special recognition award to G. Kevin Dewey.
Oh my God, you guys. You may remain standing because I think this is the end of the program, right? No, not quite? No. Okay.
Say some stuff.
I already said stuff. You saw it up there. I can't stop talking. You know that. But I had a wonderful mother. I woke up in the morning hearing Chopin, Brahms, and Liszt being played live in the living room. In the afternoon, would hear stereo. My dad built a Sweet 16 speaker system and would play Stan Kenton and Maynard Ferguson and U of M marching band records on it at full blast. And so I grew up really in an artistic family. My mother would give piano lessons to people, and instead of them paying her, they would come over and give the three of us kids art classes in our house. And so it really was that was the kind of thing. And my parents, you know, moving to Dearborn and bringing us up here was a big part of it, because it's always been a big part of Dearborn's community is the arts. And so I hope we can continue this. I hope we can continue to inspire kids and make it affordable and easy for all kids to get involved in all arts. And I'm going to include athletics with the arts, equally important. Thank you.
Talk about different levels.
Don't do that. Kevin, do we stand up?
The high lows. I get one of these too? Aw.
I just want to say very quickly, thank you, Kevin, for contributing to so many lives. Rise Up and Sing was mentioned by Emma Jean. That was when I
Leslie sang in Rise Up and Sing.
In Rise Up and Sing, and I was 15 years old, and Kevin was
10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago. And I think we have some other former Rise Up and Sing folks here in the audience too. So from those early years and then till today, you've continued to influence people's lives, bringing out our talents, or if we don't have them, at least having compassion for us and putting up with us, and bringing the music to everybody tonight and every day. You warm our hearts, and I can't say enough for what you've done for everybody who's here tonight and the Dearborn community over the years. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Leslie.
I think the pictures are nice. You got all the pictures?
We can still rehearse here? Even
Yeah.
though I'm retired from the college, I can still rehearse here.
You can.
Or me tonight. Oh,
Oh, it's going to be a long night. Okay. How many people in this room have a story about G. Kevin Dewey? Yeah, yep. So we're going to hang around for a little bit after. No, I'm kidding. But since I have the microphone, no, I won't. But, yeah, right? Kevin welcomed me into the Players Guild of Dearborn. He directed me in my very first show there, and my favorite role of all time. He was the music director who taught me to sing The Impossible Dream in Men of La Mancha, without whom my life would be different. So thank you, Kevin, on behalf of every life that you have touched in your magnificent life. All right, we have just about come to the end of this presentation. So please join the honorees in the lobby for the reception, and while you are there, take time to enjoy the Pajeski Gallery exhibit that is titled Pictures Worth 1,000 Words, featuring the incredible works of artists Sergio D'Agusti, Robert Niewick, Robert Sheffman, and Liz Franklin. We thank all of our generous supporters for this evening, for supporting April Arts Month and this signature event. East and West Downtown Development Authorities, KW Legacy, the Michael Phillips Group, Ameriprise Financial, Jim Thorpe, Dearborn Federal Savings Bank, Malik El Kebab, and Kawa House. And a final thank you from the Master of Ceremonies on behalf of everyone involved. This event is the work and passion of a person whose commitment to the arts and the city of Dearborn is boundless. Thank you, Emma Jean Woodyard, for your vision, your passion, and your service. The Mayor's Arts Awards is a reflection of your continued dedication to ensuring the growth and celebration of the arts in this great city. In closing, I share with you this quote from the English writer Neil Gaiman. "The one thing that you have that nobody else has is you, your voice, your mind, your story, your vision. So write and draw and build and play and dance and live as only you can." Ladies and gentlemen, thank you and good evening.